The real deal on the Republicans' major legislation. What every American should understand. When the Republican Party's expansive domestic policy bill, the grandiosely titled One Big Beautiful Bill Act, finally lands on Donald Trump's desk for his signature, Americans are still grappling with the far-reaching nature of this legislation. As explained by Annie Lowrey in her recent Atlantic article, this bill could become one of the most impactful pieces of legislation we've seen in recent times. It's set to surpass the combined cost of Trump's COVID rescue plan, Biden's COVID measures, Trump's initial term tax reductions, and even the Affordable Care Act in its budget implications. However, most Americans are still largely unaware of its contents. This is quite a crucial point. Numerous national polls conducted recently indicate significant public opposition to the Republican reconciliation package, particularly regarding tax cuts for the wealthy and reductions in Medicaid. The consensus is that most in the mainstream would respond, no thanks, to such policies. Interestingly, this bill only garners support among those who know very little about it. But here's where it gets controversial. As this potentially regressive bill edges closer to becoming law, the polls provide just a surface-level understanding. Although the majority of the public has rejected the notion of this GOP proposal, many remain unfamiliar with the finer details. Maintaining the intricacies of such legislation has been a challenge, even for those who follow these matters closely. Consequently, a significant public awareness campaign is about to kick off, particularly as Democrats aim to capitalize on this controversial bill in the lead-up to the 2026 midterm elections. And this is the part most people miss. Will Americans be willing to accept this reality? This skepticism isn't new. For instance, decades ago, after the 9/11 attacks, many Americans couldn't believe that Republicans would push for corporate tax cuts in response to a national crisis. Even when the facts were laid out clearly, people found them so extreme that they dismissed them as exaggerations. Now, with the One Big Beautiful Bill, exaggerations are unnecessary. The Republicans have explicitly chosen to transfer wealth from the struggling families to the already wealthy, undermine essential public systems, and make it even harder for low-income families to make ends meet. Whether the public realizes it or not, these are the realities they've endorsed. Lowrey poignantly adds that this big beautiful bill means opulent benefits for the rich, paired with austerity measures for the less fortunate, leading to life-threatening consequences for millions. It promises to enrich corporations at the cost of ordinary Americans, while ignoring the cost of living challenges that have plagued the nation. So, do you believe that the truth about this legislation is finally sinking in? Or do you think there's still a divide in understanding and belief? Let us know what you think in the comments.